Guys, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Rema. As usual, I'm your psychotherapist, and here, what do? We give open life therapy to people. And in case you're just joining us for the first time, don't forget, as usual, please subscribe. So I just decided to do Team Natural today. Don't mind me. So I'm going to be giving you guys a little bit more about what we've been discussing. We've been discussing about gender difference in this August, and it's been wonderful, so awesome so far. And we've said a lot about gender differences. And in my last video, what I majorly did was I gave an introduction to gender difference and things like that. So today I'm going to be giving us two major things about gender difference again. Like in my last video, I was able to give us 2 points, so two psychological points. This video I'm going to give you two psychological points. So you guys should watch out for subsequent video to come where you're gonna get more psychological facts on gender differences. So number one, take it or leave it. We all know that females talk more than male. And whether you like it or not, even if you find a male that talks, it's not to the level of how much a female talks. And that's why there are some men, probably when they find a man probably talking like a female, they be like, "Ah, when you're not a female, why are you talking like this?" I do that most of the times. Probably when I see a guy acting like a female, talking like a female. So I be like, "You're not a female, why are you talking like this?" Now I don't blame them. Like I said in my former video, that it's because of the influence and the touch of background and growth that was actually on them that determines why some of them were fashioned in such way. But my major point is that psychologically, female talks more than male. So that's why many are times like that when there's probably um violence in the home, maritally and things like that. It's always easy to like point to the men and say, okay, men are bad, men are this. Why would it be? Which is very true. You don't have, under no circumstances, you don't have any right to beat your babe. Like, you don't have that right to beat your babe. You going as far as beating your babe shows how much you don't have a control over yourself, you don't have a control over your weaknesses. But you know as much as we say that and we point it out, many a times ladies' mouth put them in problems. Like, your mouth will not just keep quiet at that moment. That time, that is when your mouth begin to receive overflow of water to talk. And you just keep talking, you talk, talk, talk. Now, that talking perspective comes from the fact that that's your genetical makeup, that's your psychological makeup. We are made to talk. We are made to talk. Even biblically, it's obvious that we were made to talk. You look at what happened to Eve and the serpent in the garden. They were talking. It was talk. We are made to talk. And one of the things we don't know about that particular gender difference that we have on us is that because we are made to talk is not a reason for us to talk too much or probably to talk anyhow. Fine, it is good that we've been made to talk, but let the things that we are made to do be the things that are positive on people around us and things around us. For example, a lady naturally knows she's made to talk, and she just like everywhere she, hey, you're stupid, hey, you're a clown, hey, so people just get like, what's wrong with this one? Something's like this. We are made to talk. And on the other side, for a male generally doesn't talk too much. That's why it seems like most times men and majorly husbands get bored with what their wife says. They'll be like, she talks too much. Yeah, that's a female for you. She talks. But the most important thing is you have to learn as a man to channel what she hears, the information she takes in, so that by the time she talks things that are meaningful, she talks things that are important, she talks things that, how do I put it, that are impacting to your soul. Because she talks so much, that's why you have to help her guide the kind of information which she taking, the kind of things she surround herself with, so she can be able to channel the power of her speech into your life in a positive way. And men don't really like this because they are not the talking type. They prefer to think a lot, probably sit down somewhere and just think. That's what men love to do. They love to think, they love to find solutions to issues, and they are more logical in reasoning. Women are just accurate in reasoning. Now, what point am I making out here? Because men are logical in thinking, they don't really like a lady talking, talking, talking like that. So they don't really, there's a difference between hearing and listening. Now, many men ear, but they don't listen because they know like, okay, let me hear her because I don't want trouble in the house. I just want peace in this house. I don't want a woman can give me wahala in this house and things like that. So they just hear, and at the end of the day, they are unable to meet the woman's emotional needs based on how she's feeling and expressing herself to them. So because of that, it can actually cause a kind of misunderstanding and unmet emotional attachment between the two of them. Why? Because they expect you to listen. So probably what you can just do as a man is that help them bring out the point from everything they are saying, help them summarize it, and just give them a solution to it, and just kind of comfort them, encourage them, and things like that. They like to talk, yes, but the reason they are talking is because that's how best they can express themselves. Women express themselves majorly more by talking. They just keep talking, they keep talking, they keep talking. So that's just the way we are wired. That's just the way we are. What am I doing now? I'm talking. But I'm wired to be this way because many times I channel my energy, I channel the information that I take into the things that help me see myself impacting life. So that's why it seems like most of the things I'm saying are coming from the fact that I've done a lot of research and I know the kind of information that I take in. So number two about that is that women go through more pain than men. Take it or leave it. Don't there's no need for you to start saying, I'm this and that. Women go through biologically, emotionally, and things like that. They just go through more pain. There's this way they've been wired, probably because of the beginning of the creation and the things that God has said concerning women. There's a way a woman's life has been modified around pain. So many a times when men don't really value their women, they don't value what they do for them. That's why they do a lot around the house and maybe like, yes, me too. I work. What do you mean? Yes, we know you work. We know you go through a lot of things, but there's actually a lot of understanding that comes with a man that appreciates his woman or appreciate the woman around his life. Due to the fact that you have that understanding that they go through a lot. Now that will actually bring them more to the position to understand you that you actually go through a lot to feed the house, to make the house in order and live by example. Now, what am I saying in this sense is that understanding bets understanding. When a man does not understand a woman, the woman feels somehow less, and the woman feel like there's no point in me appreciating and understanding him too. Now, the least you might probably be able to go that will actually help the woman is learn to appreciate the woman in a way that she understands. Some women love to be appreciated probably by buying via gift for them, by get a gift for them or something. And some like it probably when you post their pictures and say some beautiful things about them, words of affirmation. You know, your appreciation can come in form of you speaking their love language. That's what I mean. So when you learn to see things from this perspective, there will be less, probably less problems in communication amidst each other. One of the reasons I'm doing gender difference is that so that there will be unity in communication. That means people, probably you have a lot of females or males around you, you'll be able to see them from their own perspective and you'll be less judgmental about them. So having said this, I want us to understand that these things are major and common gender differences around us in the society. They are natural things in which you can see all this that I said. If you sit down probably like 1 minute or 2 minutes, you will notice that there are some things that I just said that are around you, happening around you every time around you. But the problem has been how you've been handling them, the steps you've been taking to see them, or from which perspective you've been taking to see them. Many a times, our perception or our reaction towards things are wrong because we don't have a deep understanding of those things. That's why. But now that Open Life Therapy is here and it's giving you an understand that there is hope, even if you are seeing all these things around you. There's a way you can handle them. There's a way you can come to the place of understanding and be able to, and there's a way you can handle a woman. She's the softest spot on head if actually you have an understanding about her. You know, Daddy Mike Bamley wrote something of recent, which was very wonderful. He said, his wife is like a book. He keeps reading, and he has never finished it. Why? Because even a woman does not understand her own genetical makeup. She keeps growing into that understanding daily, daily, as every stages of her life change and a lot of things evolves in her life. So just try as much as possible to understand that, and then for ladies to try as much as possible to respect men's ego, respect them for who they are, respect the fact that it takes them a lot of thinking and a lot of logic reasoning to be able to bring some things together in the home and lead the home. Now, for men that does not seem to find themselves in this position, understand is that gender differences does not bring perfection. We all have our indifferences and we all have our imperfections. But our ability to understand them and know where to actually be the strength in each other's weakness will help us to bring a balance to the society. I'll see you guys again next week. We are going to be giving you guys more tips on gender differences. don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And in case you are just joining us for the first time, give us thumbs up. And if you're not joining us for the first time, still give us thumbs up. If you have any question, anything to tell us, whatever, just message us. We'll be here to just give you. You see our Gmail, our Facebook account, and Instagram account on the screen. So don't forget to just message us. You can drop anything for us. We'll be here to answer you. Don't forget that we have question and answer session on Saturdays where we give answers to questions that people are asking us. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being